record the session from my side and let me share the screen. Right, okay. So what and all things we have covered in the last class? Please mute yourself if you don't have questions. Yeah. Okay. Right. So can anyone tell me what are the additions are there in the SQL Server?
Express edition, evaluation edition, standard edition, enterprise edition, developer edition.
Please give me the
Okay. Which editions you can install in production and which editions you cannot install in production?
And enterprise edition install in production.
Enterprise edition, remember,
Yeah.
enterprise edition you can install in all the environment.
Express edition we cannot install on production.
Okay.
Paid editions we can install.
Paid editions we can install
production.
in production server, production environment.
So simply paid editions you can install in all the environments. Okay, no one will stop you and it's not an issue also. Paid editions you can install in all the environments. Okay, even though you install production in the DBA environment, no one will ask you why, because Microsoft will get a lot of money, right? So Microsoft is not going to lose, it is going to get more money. Okay, so paid editions you can install on all the environments. Okay, free editions you cannot install on the production environment. That is the only simple logic. Free editions you cannot install on the production environment. Paid editions you can install on all the environment. So enterprise is a paid edition. You can install in non-prod also. You can install on dev, you can install on stage, test, QA, no issues. On any environment, you can install enterprise edition. Okay. Express edition is a free edition. Express edition you cannot install on production, right? Because Microsoft is going to lose here. Okay, so that's why it's illegal to install free editions on the production environment. Right. What are the components of the SQL Server?
database engine,
Database engineer.
Okay.
business intelligence development studio,
Bits.
analysis service, reporting service, integration service.
Integrated services.
Integration services. Very good.
Services.
Okay. Database engine, as discussed earlier, it's the heart of the or brain of the SQL Server. Without database engine, you cannot do anything. Okay. And apart from this, you can also have analysis services, SQL Server analysis services, SQL Server reporting services, SQL Server integration services. These are add-ons. It's not compulsory. If you install, you have to pay extra. If you don't install, not an issue. If customer is looking for these components, then he is going to let us know. Then we are going to select these components. Okay, right. And Sridhar. So yesterday we discussed desktop operating system and server operating system. Interface wise, there is no difference. Okay, a desktop operating system, how it look like in the same way, server operating system also you can see same interface. There is no difference. Okay, you can see, we'll see now. I'm going to install Windows Server 2012. You can see now. Okay, and features wise, usually desktop operating system there is limitations regarding RAM, storage, okay, CPU and all. But in the server operating system, we don't have that limitation, right? For desktop, you cannot see any system with 32 GB or 64 GB. But for server, it's very common of having 32 GB servers, 64 GB servers, 128 GB servers, 256 GB servers. It's very common. Okay, so when compared to desktop operating systems, there is no limitations on the resources of the server operating system. Why? Because server has to run up and running for 24/7. So there should be more efficient when compared to the desktop systems. Okay. Right. Someone started the video. Please stop the video.
Sir?
Not you, not you. Someone started the video.
Sir, I have not. Sir, please give me the recording permission, sir.
Who is that?
Srinath, sir.
Okay, that's fine. Kumar's Farzana, you can stop video, Farzana. That's fine. Who is that?
Manju Srinath, sir.
Srinada. Okay, okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let me check. Manju Srinath. Okay, fine. You can record the session, Srinath.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Right. So clear, Sridhar, is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes. Clear.
Okay. My system rebooted a couple of times. So Srinivas, do you need recording permissions? Let me check. Yeah. Okay. Fine. You can record. Okay. That's fine. Just a minute, guys. Loknath Reddy, join two times. Yeah, join two times.
Yeah, mobile and this.
Okay, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Right, and Sri Lakshmi. Okay, let me give you the recording permissions, Sri Lakshmi. I hope I gave you the recording permissions to you. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you can record, Sri Lakshmi. Fine. Okay, so those are the components of the SQL Server. Okay, right. What other things? CTP, RC, RTM. So you know the difference between CTP, RC, RTM, right? CTP, Community Technology Preview. It's a first test copy of any software version. Okay, so everyone can download it and everyone can install it, but you cannot install it on the organization environments, not also in the prod or non-prod environments. You cannot install in the organization servers. Okay, so CTP you can download and you can install in your personal systems and you can work with it in case if you found any bugs, any issues, any suggestions you want to give to the Microsoft so that you can update to Microsoft. They are going to fix those issues and they will refine the copy and they will release the second test copy, that is called RC. RC also same. Okay, you can work with it, you can download it, you can see the features and all in case you want to suggest anything, or else in case if you found any bugs and all, you can update to Microsoft. Okay, or there is an option called error reporting. Okay, so if you select error reporting, in case if SQL Server found any errors, automatically it will report to the Microsoft. Okay, I'll show you while installing the SQL Server. RTM is the base version of the SQL Server, the first, okay, copy, the first licensed version of the SQL Server is an RTM. So that is the base version. For any version, that is the base copy. Okay, so in case if you install any version of the SQL Server, first of all you are going to install RTM copy of the SQL Server. RTM released to market. Okay, so we have some paid versions are there. We have like developer edition. Developer edition is free. Okay, from 2017 onwards, SQL Server developer edition is free. 2017, 2019. Okay, before 2017 you have to pay money for developer edition also. Right, clear? Any issues, any doubts? Right. So what are the softwares we are going to use for creating virtual machines? What softwares we have in the market to create virtual machines?
VMware.
Very good.
Hyper-V.
Hyper-V, very good.
Oracle Virtualbox.
Very good. Okay, so we have mainly three virtualization softwares. One is VMware, second one is Oracle Virtualbox, and third one is your Hyper-V. Okay, Hyper-V or hypervisor. Okay, complete form is hypervisor. So you can use Mostly people will use VMware top, and then in second position Oracle Virtualbox is there. Hyper-V might be less than 10% people will use, companies will use Hyper-V. Right, fine. So in the SDS class, we have also discussed about the differences between a a virtual machine and a physical machine. So in the most of the organizations, people are going to use virtual machines only. 90% of the machines will be virtual machines only. We'll discuss the advantages of virtual machines also. A lot of space is going to be saved, power is going to be saved, maintenance is going to be saved. Okay, so lot of features are there with the help of virtual machines. And accessibility, it is very easy. Say for example, imagine servers will be there across the globe. Okay, some servers will be there in the US, some servers will be there in the UK, some servers will be there in the Singapore, Malaysia, Australia. Depends upon the company requirement. They are going to keep the servers in specific locations, right? If something happened to the machine in the Australia location, okay, if it is a physical machine, someone has to go to Australia, or else those who are working in the Australia, they have to go to office and they have to fix the issue. If it is a physical machine, if it is a physical machine, you have to go to office physically and you have to check what is the issue and you have to fix the issue, right? But with the help of virtual machines, you don't see those kind of issues. You can access the virtual machine across the globe from anywhere. In case if the server is there in the US also, from India itself, you can access the virtual machine. Even though the server is not started, you can simply access from virtual machine console. Okay, you can simply access the machines from virtual machine console. That is the biggest advantage. Okay, if it is a physical machine, imagine your laptop is not working properly. Okay, in case if I want to see, I can see if your laptop is turned on by just sharing your screen. If your laptop is not turned on, I want to see your laptop, what is the issue? I have to come to your location to fix the issue, right? But if it is a virtual machine, I can access from anywhere in the world. Okay, there is a virtual machine console. Using this virtual machine console, even though the machine is not started, when you can share the screen, if your machine is up and running, then you can share the screen. The machine is not started, how can you share the screen? We cannot share the screen, right? So that is the main problem. In case physical servers depends upon the location, if any issue is there, someone has to go to the office physically and they have to check what is the issue. But if virtual machine is there, the virtual machines, you can directly access the virtual machines from VM console, so that you can easily fix the issue from anywhere in the world. Yes, any questions? Right, okay, so today we are going to create virtual machines. Please mute if you don't have questions, please.
సార్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ లో ప్రొడక్షన్ ఎన్వైరన్మెంట్ నాన్ ప్రొడక్షన్ ఎన్వైరన్మెంట్ ఎట్లా ఐడెంటిఫై చేస్తారు సార్?
I'll tell you. Okay, so depends upon the naming. There will be a naming convention. Okay, so usually different organization will follow different strategies. Okay, some companies, they are going to include the server name in the environment name in the server name itself. Say for example, imagine like this. Okay, usually server names includes these components. Okay, location name. In the server names, you can find location name, environment name, okay, and application name. Usually they will try to include these three names in the server names. Okay, so in case if a server is there, say for example, the server is there from US location. In the US, from New Jersey location, server is there, imagine. Okay, so usually what kind of server names they are going to follow? New Jersey means NJ, right? NJ. If it is a production server, P. If it is a non-prod server, imagine it is a stage server. Yes. If it is a test server, T. Okay. If it is a test server, T. If it is a QA server, Q. If it is a dev server, D. Okay. And application, imagine you are supporting Amazon application, AMZ. Okay. Imagine you will get a number, something like that. Might be it's not compulsory, 0102 like dot, okay, it is in Amazon domain, Amazon, imagine amazon.com. So server names will be like this. Okay, so in the server name you can see a location, you can see an environment, and you can see a application name also. Usually that this is the best practices organizations are going to follow. I am not saying every server name will be like this only. These are the best practices. While creating server names, they are going to include the location of the server, type of the environment, whether it is a production, dev, QA, test stage, okay, and the application name. 90% of the companies will follow like this. But if you got a job, once you go to the company, once you join in the company, the first thing you have to ask is how to identify the servers. Why? Because different companies will follow different strategies. Here I started with the location. Okay, some people will start with the environment first, PAMZ, okay, and NJ01, means they started with the location as a environment first, production server for Amazon application and for New Jersey location, right? So you have to ask your colleagues, okay, how to identify the environments. How to, you have to ask the colleagues, okay, can you please explain the server names? How can we identify a production or non-prod environment server? So that they are going to help you. Why? Because they have to tell us. Okay, so in my company I'll follow different strategy, in your company you will follow different strategy. If I come to your company, you have to explain that strategy, right? Otherwise I cannot work, otherwise I cannot identify which one is production server, which one is non-prod server. This is one thing. And second thing, they will raise a ticket, right? Might be in the service now. Service now is a tool to raise the tickets. This is software. Simply service now, service now, okay, or snow, SNOW. Okay, ServiceNow or Snow is a ticketing tool. It's a software to manage and maintain the tickets, to create the tickets and all. We are going to use this software. ServiceNow we have, Jira we have, BMC Remedy we have, like that we have different ticketing softwares. Okay, so in the ServiceNow environment also, in the ticketing system also, if anyone raised any request, okay, if he mentioned the server name, there also in the server, in the ServiceNow also, by searching the server with the server name, you can find out whether the server is a production or non-prod server. Okay, one thing is you have to understand the server name. Second thing is, in case if they are not following that strategy, search the server name in the ServiceNow, so that in the ServiceNow you came to know which environment it belongs to. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Fine. Right. So now let's install Oracle Virtualbox. So we are going to create Oracle virtual machines, right? So in case if I want to create Oracle virtual machines, what I have to do? I have to install Oracle Virtualbox software first. Okay, Oracle Virtualbox software. Then what I can do, once I install the Oracle Virtualbox software, then I can create virtual machines. Okay, so we are going to use Oracle Virtualbox for the practice. For the whole practice, we are going to do with the Oracle Virtualbox software only. So follow like this. Okay, how to install Oracle Virtualbox. Okay, so I am going to provide you the links. Okay, once this demos over completed, might be tomorrow, by tomorrow the demos will be completed. So once all the students are finalized, once the payment is done, I am going to provide the softwares and notes. Okay, so you can start downloading and you can start practicing it. Okay, so Oracle Virtualbox is a small file, 100 MB file. You can download it from the Google. Of course you can download it from the Google. Okay, so what we can do is, I have already Oracle Virtualbox software with me, right? I have already installed Oracle Virtualbox software in my laptop. So I cannot show you again. Okay, so I cannot show you how to install the Oracle Virtualbox software in the laptop again. I have a server. In the server, I'll show you how to install Oracle Virtualbox. Okay, let me connect to the server first. But what you have to do, tell me. As I have already installed Oracle Virtualbox in my laptop, I cannot show you installing Oracle VirtualBox in the laptop. Okay, so I'll show you in the server how to install it. What you have to do, where you have to install this Oracle VirtualBox.
In our laptop.
In your laptop. Okay, as I cannot show in my laptop, I am showing in the server. Okay, so again, don't ask, sir, where is the server? I want to install Oracle VirtualBox, sir. Don't misunderstand this concept. Okay, as I am having Oracle VirtualBox in the laptop, I am showing in the server. That's it. You have to download it and you have to install in your laptop directly. First thing. Second thing is, in case you want to work with the Oracle VirtualBox softwares or VMware software like virtualization technologies, these are the virtualization softwares, right? So there is an option in the Windows level, boot level. There is an option in the boot level of your laptop. The option is called virtualization. Okay, this virtualization setting should be enabled on the boot level. I'll help you how to enable it. Most if it is a new laptop, 90% option will be disabled. Okay, so we have to enable it, then only we can think. Okay. Let me check whether we have Oracle VirtualBox here. Okay, there is no Oracle VirtualBox. Okay, just 1 minute, guys. Just a minute, okay. Let me copy the software. I'll again share the screen, okay. Just a minute. Right, okay, so I'm copying the Oracle VirtualBox software from my local machine to server. And again, you don't need to copy anything to anywhere. Simply you will download it, okay, and you can start installing it. That's it. It's easy, okay. Next, finish only. And usually we don't do this activity in the organization. Don't think like, so you have to create it from the scratch. Already virtual machines will be there, or else this console will be there. In case if anyone is looking for new machine, the particular user will raise a request, I need new machine, so that VM team, I told you right yesterday, we have different teams. VM team or Windows team will create these virtual machines. Okay, so we don't do this activity in the organization, so don't worry about it. We don't do this activity in the organization, and we don't have permissions also to do this activity in the organization. Okay, but for our practice, we are the Windows admins, we are the network admins, we are the storage admins, we are the SQL DBAs throughout our course. Okay, so you have to touch almost all things from the Windows side, network side, storage side, and of course SQL DBA side also. So right, once you copied the software, right click, okay, run as administrator. Right, so you'll get setup window like this. Go next, next, yes, install. That's it. This much is easy. Okay, so sometimes you will get a small pop-up, okay, regarding networks and all. You will get a pop-up there. You can see install and don't install. Two options will be there on the pop-up. you have to choose install option. Okay, and it will continue. So Oracle VirtualBox is very simple to use and very easy to install also. So like this you will get, would you like to install this device software? Yes, of course, install. Okay, that's it. No pop-ups and all will come. Then it will create a shortcut on the desktop and you can start working on it. So this is how we are going to install Oracle VirtualBox. Okay. Right. Finally, finish. Okay, so this is the shortcut. Okay, once you install the Oracle VirtualBox software, a shortcut will be created on the desktop and you can work with it. And console, this is called Oracle VirtualBox Manager or VM console. We can call it as, in the VMware they are going to call it as VM console. In the Oracle VirtualBox we are going to call it as a Oracle VirtualBox Manager. Okay, by using this console we are going to create new machines. Okay, we are going to do any settings for the existing machines. We can remove the machines, we can shut down the machines, anything, everything can be managed from this window only. Okay, clear? Any issues, any doubts, guys? Installing Oracle VirtualBox. Okay, as I have installed Oracle VirtualBox in my laptop, so we just discussed okay in the server. But what you have to do is like you have to download it and you have to directly install in your personal laptop. Right, the meeting is going to end now. It is showing less than 1 minute. Let me close the meeting. I'll reopen the meeting again. Please join with the same meeting link. Okay, please join with the same meeting link immediately.